Hey there, demons. It's me, your boy. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Piranha Bytes for your weekly comic book update. If it's your first time here, what I usually do is just ramble on for 5 minutes about new number ones and new significant issues, and new graphic novels if I've had any new ones in this week. Let's jump straight into Marvel. Deadpool Bad Blood number 2. It is, in fact, Deadpool Bad Blood number 2. Yes, it's been a while since the first one. That's probably so that Rob Liefeld could learn to draw feet. Really got to stop with the feet jokes, man. Knights of X number 2. This series has been an absolute ball so far. I'm loving the Arthurian legend link to it. Following on from Excalibur, this series has definitely picked up the lead really well. Moon Knight number 1 Facsimile edition. Now you get to see how Moon Knight became Moon Knight that you know and love. Look at the face of this man. Does this look like the face of a well-adjusted individual? What about this one? What about this one? Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 38, part 1 of Empire of the Spider, as you can see from there. So this is the start of a new story arc, which is the reason I'm recommending it. Also, this cover is just awesome. I really like this. I don't know why, it really captured me. DC Next, Batman Annual 2022. So this isn't just an annual for the current run of Batman. This is actually setting up a new Batman Incorporated series. Anyone who's read Batman back any further than 2011 knows the name Batman Incorporated, and are probably very excited for it to come back. I'm excited to see what Ed Brisson does with a new Batman Incorporated team. Batman Beyond the White Knight Showcase Edition. So, for everyone who missed out on the issue 1 first print, we got you covered. This is issues 1 and 2 reprinted in one thicker book. If you really want to skip the hassle of trying to find 1 and 2 now, this is what I got for you. Justice League Road to Dark Crisis. This is where all of that stuff you've seen in DC recently has been building up to. All of the Future State stuff actually seems to be coming to pass recently, and this seems to be part of it. Shadow War Omega number 1. This is actually the last part of the Shadow War. Shadow War has been interesting. It's had some very interesting reveals. There's some plot points that probably should have been addressed a long time before now. It's quite surprising that they haven't been. Everything seems to have been done with Batman and Deathstroke and Robin and all of those characters. But somehow we found a new depth to plumb here. Interesting story. Excited to see how it finishes up. Our one title from AWA this week, New Think number 1. So a lot of AWA's new output seems to be just either technology bad or humanity bad for using technology. And I mean, Black Mirror's great, so this is definitely worth a shot, I guess. From Dark Horse, Cyberpunk Blackout number 1. If you read any of the previous Cyberpunk stuff, or you like the game, jump onto this. We Have Demons number 3. The final part to We Have Demons. There's only 3 issues to do the whole lot, but they are big, thicker issues, so I guess it's more like 6. What a wild ride this has been, man. If you can find the other 2 parts, this is well worth your time. Image has a bounty for us this week. The Closet number 1. This is the new James Tynion horror book. It's only 3 issues, so it's not a long commitment. Do not miss this. This is well worth your time, 100%. I haven't even read it yet, and I can tell you that. Phalanx number 1. Phalanx? Part 362 of me being terrible with names. The Phalanx number 1. I'm just going to embrace it now. This seems to just be harkening back to 90s Image when they were allowed to do whatever they wanted, and, you know, the trade dress all looked a bit like this. If you're a fan of 90s Image, give this a shout. Step by Bloody Step comes to a close on number 4. Why is it finishing? This needs to go forever. This is a book that needs to be experienced. Like, you need to read the whole lot. It's so good. I really loved this. I loved all of this. The storytelling was perfect. Super Freaks number 1. It is a Savage Dragon book. So, 4 graphic novels this week. Black Widow Volume 3, Die by the Blade. This is the last volume of Kelly Thompson's Black Widow. Gone too soon. Gone so too soon. Kelly Thompson is like a sleeper agent at Marvel. She's doing some of the best stuff you've never read. All of her Captain Marvel stuff has been fantastic. All of this has been fantastic. Why is she not doing more things? I don't understand. This is the only book I've ever seen that utilises Yelena properly as a partner as opposed to anything else. She's also like an awkward comedian for most of it, which is really, really fun. I really enjoy that element of her. I've been waiting to have this in for so long. This book is the best Moon Knight has ever been and probably will ever be. This is the book that started me off reading Marvel Comics. So I was reading Umbrella Academy and I was reading The Flash, and that was about it. Then I picked up a few issues of this from a comic shop. It was like issue 5 or something. I absolutely loved what I read. I have loved this book forever since I started on comics, and you will love it too. X-Men Volume 1 by Jerry Duggan and Pepe Larraz, and a few others. I say without hyperbole, this is the best lineup of the X-Men that there's been in years. And I'm not just biased towards Laura and Polaris. This genuinely is some of the best stuff that's been written for them in years. I don't know who on the Marvel team decided that we needed a book that's separate from the big story of Krakoa, a book you can just follow for the X-Men, but thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone who's a fan of sci-fi or a fan of good old X-Men action, pick this up. You'll love it. From Image this week, Rick Grimes 2000. As far as I can tell, this is based on a version of The Walking Dead that Robert Kirkman basically lied to Image about back in the day. So when he brought The Walking Dead to Image, he said, there's going to be aliens in it. I'm going to introduce aliens somewhere down the line. It's going to be cool. Because they didn't want to do just a zombie book. So they said, yeah, cool, start writing it. That sounds awesome. And then he never introduced the aliens, and it just ended up being a character book about zombies. As far as I can tell, this is what would have happened if he had introduced the aliens. That's what it seems to be from the back, anyway. I did actually collect the Skybound issues that this was in, but in true comic book fan fashion, I still haven't read them. This looks pretty cool. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, give this a shot. And last, but by no means least, from Vertigo, Absolute Day Tripper, from Gabriel Barr and Fabio Moon. Oh, I wonder why I'm talking about Gabriel Barr. So as you can probably gather, I love Gabriel Barr's work in the Umbrella Academy. So this book's been out of print for a very, very long time. The Absolute version has been out of print for a long time as well. This book is well worth your time, just from the visuals alone. It's brilliantly written by Fabio Moon as well, but just Gabriel Barr on the art is beautiful. Anyway, that's all from me this week. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, give us a like and subscribe, and let us know that you want us to keep doing what we're doing. Cheers, everyone.
Piranha, fight, fight, fight. Piranha, piranha, fight, fight, fight. Piranha, piranha, piranha.
Jusk.